Some in Congress and the Pentagon are starting to have second thoughts about what to call the conflict that we've been fighting since 9/11. So, is it the Long War or not? I'm Chuck Roman, and this is Heritage in Focus.
This is a long war. Interestingly, one of the most contentious questions in the United States since 9/11 has been, what do you call the war? When I first came to work at the Heritage Foundation, somebody asked me, because they knew I was a military historian, because I'd spent years on working strategic issues at the Pentagon, they asked, Jim, how do you fight a long war? And I thought, what a remarkable question, because if there's one thing that everyone in Washington agrees on, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, it's that dealing with transnational terrorism is not something that's going to be done by the 6 o'clock news, that it is going to take years. So we even wrote a book called Winning the Long War. The president then used it in his State of the Union address, the Pentagon used it. And then I was stunned to hear that recently it was reported that the House Armed Services Committee has actually banned the use of the term the Long War. And the commander of Central Command, the military command that's fighting in the Middle East, says he isn't so sure he likes the term anymore either because he's worried it might offend people. Well, I think this is an injustice. You have to tell Americans what is the vital characteristic of the war they are fighting. And the vital notion here is that if you want to keep America safe, free, and prosperous, you're going to have to get out there and defend this nation day in and day out. And it's going to take some time to do that. And so I think, yes, it is a long war.
At the very least, victory requires honesty about the kind of fight we're in. Semantics alone won't change the nature of this war. I'm Chuck Roman, and this is Heritage in Focus.